Cybertron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
As we make our way through Prime Month, I want to take a quick look at another great modern adaptation of that G1 Prime. This being probably by far the best mainline Generation 1 inspired Optimus Prime we have had yet. That being the Earthrise Optimus. Here we have vehicle mode. I must say it is a very nice representation of that G1 Prime at a leader price point. The only downside that I do have to this figure is that trailer. It feels very cheaply made and it feels like a last minute adjustment to just throw in for that figure. But considering the budget restraints that Hasbro were under, or the designers were under at Hasbro, it does make a little bit of sense. So we'll take off the trailer and we will take a look at this in a little bit, but it is just pitched on by a 5mm port and a 5mm peg just there. Taking a look at the actual truck mode itself, it is very nice. In that same classic red, classic blue, silver, and a little bit of translucent blue to light the windshields and the windows at the side, and it does look very nice. I will say this, you can definitely tell that this was a remold or retool of the Siege release of Prime, but overall it is a very nice truck mode. Unfortunately, the front wheels do not match the back wheels. These are on cast, whereas these are just on mushroom pegs. They just pop off. You can see the gun in the middle of the smokestacks. That is your weapon storage for this mode, and that does just pull off. So yeah, that just comes off. There's a 5mm port there, and quite a large 5mm peg, or a deep 5mm peg on the gun. But we'll get a little bit of a look into the gun in robot mode. But overall, it is a very nice truck mode. Better the truck, fits fairly well as well, into proportions with the cab, which is very nice to see. And yeah, it is a very gorgeous looking truck mode. One thing I will say is these gas tanks do like to fold in, but they aren't really a massive hindrance in vehicle mode. So bring in the G1 Prime. G1 Prime looks great next to the Earthrise variant of Optimus Prime. And they do look absolutely gorgeous together. A very nice update indeed. Transformation on this guy is fairly easy. It's your basic bog standard Optimus Prime transformation, but with a few new twists, like with that front cab section folding in to create a nice coherent chest, as well as the bottom folding in those wheels and going on the back. As you saw there, it does like to pop off. Luckily it's just on a C-clip, so it can pop back on. And like I said, very basic Optimus Prime transformation, what you'd expect. And I did forget to flip those down. And here we have Prime in his robot mode. And again, it is a gorgeous representation at that low price point of a G1 Optimus Prime. And this has to be by far the best mainline Optimus Prime that we have ever had. It is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, there's a few nitpicks here and there, but this thing was renowned as being a mini masterpiece when it first came to the market. I can understand people not liking the term mini masterpiece, because it is very much, masterpiece is its own league. However, this guy is incredible, especially for that price point. Taking a good look at his deco, he has his usual silver faceplate, he's got the silver crest at the top, his bright blue eyes, his chest pecs, or his window pecs, a nice little bit of silver detailing there. He's got midriff, some nice yellow paint on his hips. He's got his usual Autobot insignia, silver for these vents on his legs. And yeah, he just looks absolutely incredible. He looks gorgeous. Articulation on this guy as well is great for this figure. His head is on a ball joint, so you can get a little bit of up, a little bit down, and 360. The shoulders are on universal, so you can get 90 on the shoulder. You can get a little bit of a butterfly, 360 there. His elbow, you got a nice 360 bicep swivel. You've got 90 degrees on the bend there. His hands can rotate 360, and you have a nice bit of articulation on the fingers themselves. Got a lovely waist rotation, which is hindered by that back panel there. As you saw during transformation, it did pop off, but you can take it off if you do so wish. Hips can go forward and back, and you can get a really nice spread on this guy. Nice rotation there as well at the top of the thigh. His knees, you can get a nice bend on. And his feet have a nice bit of ankle tilt. You also have a little bit of a toe dip, but that's mostly for transformation. Overall, this guy is a very, very nice figure. It is a gorgeous figure. Accessory wise, he does have his ion blaster, which just folds out the barrel at the top, and he can hold that, and that fits quite well for Prime. One thing that I don't like about the ion blaster is just that side peg there. I wish they put that magazine there as an extra peg so Prime could hold the gun, but unfortunately his arms do not reach to be able to get some of those iconic poses from the original 1986 movie. Taking a look at the trailer itself, it is a very basic trailer for Prime. You do have these kickstands here which do fold either way. The wheels are the same as Prime's back wheels, except they have more of a hubcap than Prime's wheels. You do have this ramp here, but you do have to split the back end, or you do have to split the top to be able to access it. So you can fit a very small deluxe figure in there like Cliff Jumper, but I probably wouldn't advise doing that. You can split the top just like any other Prime, and you are left with his trailer's base mode. He does have a repair bay here, which looks very different to what we are used to for a Prime, and that is just on a couple of hinges and a swivel there, with a couple of arms just on ball joints. And yeah, it is a very, very basic looking trailer. Very, very basic. Unfortunately, Roller came with the Centurion upgrade pack. It came with a few other accessories, which I do wish this figure came with Roller. It would have made this package a little bit more worthwhile. But you can take this piece off of the ramp. This becomes a shield for Prime, and you can also take this repair bot off. If I remember correctly, it's just on 2 pegs, like so, which you can take that into the back of Prime if you want, just on that 5mm peg there. So you can use it as a jetpack, you can use it as a repair bot, whatever you want to do with it. And his shield will just go on like so. Yeah, it looks a bit daft. Prime, meet your cousin Prime from the movieverse.
Why does he look like crap? He looks like crap!
That's no way to talk to your cousin like that.
But he does! He looks like crap!
Come on man, you've got to be a bit more sensitive.
He literally looks like a junk pile!
Okay, time out dude. Well, I would certainly say that it is a fairly decent mainline Optimus Prime and a great representation of that G1 Prime, especially at a decent price point. Now there is one thing that I did forget to mention on this figure, and that is he has his obligatory matrix chamber, like every other Prime, but it's still a nice thing to include on a mainline figure. Like I said, the only thing that does let this figure down is that trailer. If it did come with a roller and its repair bay was a little bit better and it was a bit more substantial, it would certainly be worth it. But I can understand where the designers came from. When it comes down to a wave, they have a budget. Considering that this was one of the first figures in that wave, I can understand where most of the budget went. Trying to make these figures at least stand out as being some of the best mainline figures we've had yet. So overall, I would say that it is a very worthwhile pickup, and if you can find one for a decent price, I would certainly say go for it. Only problem with some of the Earthrise figures is they have shot up in price. I mean, Sunstreaker itself is now a $50 figure, which is ridiculous. It is good, but it's a very expensive figure now from what it was originally. So that's been my look at the Earthrise Optimus Prime. Like I said, I think it is a great adaptation of that Generation 1 Optimus Prime, and a great mainline figure. I definitely like where Legacy and mainline is going. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and I will see you for the next one. G1 Optimus Prime, just like I promised. If you guys enjoyed this, then why don't you head over to Leicester Vintage Toy Shop channel and check out their Toy Shop on Tour series, as we follow Joe and Gav's adventure around the UK and Europe, exploring new toy shops and collecting some old toys.
Action figures, dolls, Star Wars, weird stuff, Transformers, monsters, space toys.